Time for a look at your West Tennessee forecast with meteorologist Brian Davis.
Good evening, everyone. Well, after a mostly dry day where, if you did get some rain, it was a very short amount of time. Most of us have gone through the entire day without any rain. A lot of people outside enjoying the day. So that's what we were expecting, was a lot less rain out there today. We're not going to totally get rid of it because we're still under a stalled out system. But that system, the main brunt of that system has moved a little further west for now. However, it will be coming back as we head into tomorrow evening. So enjoy the dry spell that we're having through most of the time here. Looking at Savannah, we're still at 77 this hour. Look at that dew point there at 75. That's why it feels so warm out there, even though it has dropped into the 70s. That relative humidity, it does make a difference. 94% out there right now. 77 as we look at downtown Parsons. A nice night. You can see the dry parking lots and streets. So kind of telling a nice story about what we were talking about. And here in Memphis, looking dry here as well. Rain not too far off to the west, but still continuing to sneak away from the rain for a little bit here in Memphis at 79 degrees. And here in Milledgeville, kind of a quiet night, even a star or two being seen in between the clouds there at 77 degrees. Our temperatures ranging from the mid 70s, even some low 80s still hanging in there towards the west, over towards Covington and Ripley, back over into Somerville. We're at 77 in Henderson and Selmer. We're coming in at 77 in Lexington, Parsons as well, and 75 right now in Camden. The winds are a little bit out of the variable. We have been seeing southerly winds through much of the day, but we do have that low pressure that's just off to our west, and that tends to change things in the winds. Our low pressure area, it is situated out here towards the Hot Springs area, moving counterclockwise, just like that. And you can see all this rain funneling up around that low from the south. Meanwhile, here in West Tennessee, not a whole lot going on here. So the low pressure, that really concentrates the rain, and you can see most of that is west of us. But we've got the stalled out frontal boundary over east parts of Arkansas, stretching up into the Great Lakes region. All of that's going to kind of drift back our direction tomorrow. Let's get a closer view of the radar, though. We've had a few showers going on out there, mainly across North Mississippi, but a couple of little showers have gotten in near Savannah and also right here around Memphis. But again, compared to the last several days, far and few in between on the rain for the rest of this evening. Now that's going to change come tomorrow, though, as that boundary will start to drift back closer along with that low pressure. That's going to concentrate the rain back over us towards tomorrow evening, so the chances will start to go up. And then especially overnight into Friday looks to be one of our big rainy days as well. Severe weather, thankfully, even with all of this rain and unstable air, we haven't had any. In fact, it's kind of been a quiet severe weather season compared to many across West Tennessee. But you can see to the east of us and off to the west over parts of Arkansas, East Texas, low risk there. Then as we go into Thursday, you can see all the way to the northwest, so nowhere anywhere near close to us. And then as we get into Friday, about as far east as the Delta and western portions of Mississippi. But again, nothing in the outlook for us. Futurecast, it does show a few showers popping a little bit later this evening into the early night, but again, most of us will not get rain. Watch what happens, though, as we head into Thursday. Not much in the rain department Thursday morning. Well, let's head on into the afternoon. Times at the top right here. Look at 6 and then right through 8 o'clock there, 9 right through midnight. There's a lot of rain coming in, and it's going to be with us into Friday morning and through much of the day Friday. So again, Thursday evening through the day Friday. That's a rainy period that we're going to be dealing with. Not so much rain being indicated on Sunday and Monday. And in fact, we are expecting for the rain to start to let up, and we're going to go to more of a dry pattern with a blocking ridge of high pressure on Monday into next week. And then we'll probably have several days, and we're going to start wondering where the rain went. All right, well, let's take a look again. All the action seems to set in late evening there on Thursday. Here we are into the 8, 9, 10 o'clock hour. And then look at how rainy it looks heading on into Friday morning, Friday afternoon, through Friday evening. And again, Saturday looking very limited on rain, as well as Sunday. So I think our weekend is going to be relatively, at least mostly dry for most of us here. Overnight planners, so we'll be dropping into the upper 60s by about sunrise in the morning. And again, I'm not looking for too much in the rain department for the morning hours. Again, it's mainly going to be tomorrow evening through Friday. Here's a look at your hourly planner. So the chance of rain will come up a little bit into this evening, 5, 6, 7 o'clock. Then it falls back off through to around 20% at best through the rest of the night. Stays that way into the morning hours tomorrow, but then it's going to rise again to about 50% during the evening hours, and it'll climb to about 80% late overnight Thursday into Friday morning. So can't rule out a little stray thunderstorm in the morning, so I went ahead and put one in there, but again, odds are only going to be about 20% in the morning. Most of our morning will be just under a partly cloudy sky starting off for Thursday. And the temperature is going to fall just a little bit as we head towards the weekend, so that'll be nice. But some of that temperature drop on Friday is going to be with clouds and rain-cooled air is what's going to help drop that temperature more than anything. 7-day forecast, so here we go. Around 20% through the night tonight. We'll be at about 50%, a little higher than 50% towards the second half of tomorrow. Then numerous showers and thunderstorms Friday morning through the day Friday. And then we'll continue with some of those showers and storms into Saturday morning. But as we get into Saturday afternoon and evening, very widespread. Most areas will not get rain. And for Sunday as well, chances about 40%. We are looking at a clearing pattern trying to set in around Monday with just a summer-like isolated storm here and there, but most areas should be dry. I think we'll be going back into a much drier pattern as we head into next week. All right, that's a lot to talk about in the weather. The good news is that we will get a change as it looks like into next week, and we'll finally lose some of the gloomy skies out there. But also some good news, most of you will continue to get a break in the rain through this evening and tonight. Take care. Have a great rest of the evening.
We are West Tennessee Weather Channel.